The whole point of the system was to get rid of anonymity, and nobody wants to do that. People want to be anonymous on the internet, and they're going to continue to be whether you make them put in a real name or not. In fact, most toxic YouTubers had enough common sense to come up with a fake name or even develop a brand new character around a fake name and then just go back to typing dick fuck on every video they watch. The second method is the Google Plus integration, which is, there's a lot of different reasons to want to do that for YouTube, but for the purposes of this argument, I'll point out that they wanted to do it to keep track of the things that you say on YouTube so that there's a post of things, a list of things, and people can identify you as a toxic user. I know for a fact that a lot of toxic users will treat this Google Plus page as a trophy list. Look at the time I pissed this guy off. Look at the time I pissed that guy off. Look at the time I called this guy a shitface. They're going to be happy and proud that you're keeping track. That's not an embarrassment thing for them. That's awesome. They're happy about it. So I think we've established that there's no stopping toxic users. YouTube is one of the largest websites on the internet to have ever existed, and since you're drawing in humanity, here's a little secret. Humanity sucks. There are cruel, evil people, and as long as you allow anyone to create an account, then you're going to have to deal with the shitheads. But for the most part, humanity is pretty great, and a lot of people are really good. And the majority of my comments are fantastic from supportive, wonderful people who also want to keep their anonymity. So to punish a negligible few, even if it's half, you're punishing the other half who just want to watch videos, share recipes, laugh at funny things, make fun of the fat guy occasionally, and watch rock music videos and just enjoy your website the way it's intended to be used. And you're punishing the good users. But I've been on the internet for a really long time, and I can tell you, the way to make someone truly hate your website or truly hate your software is by forcing someone to use it when they don't want to. What you've done so far seems almost contemptuous. And if you look on the YouTube subreddit, or you look at your tweets, or you look at pretty much anywhere people can comment on the internet, a lot of people, a very vocal few, are very dissatisfied with these changes. Rather than let us make the decision, you made the decision for us, and that's going to scare a lot of people away from the site.
Just killing it slowly. It's overly complicating it. It's convoluted. It's not useful. It's a mess. And we're going to talk more about that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just quickly going to show you Google Plus and how I see it from my point of view. You know, I make YouTube videos on a consistent basis. I have 2 channels, and I like to think I'm slightly competent when it comes to working YouTube. I know the ins and outs and how to do things. Now, here's what we're doing. Basically, the biggest change I think a lot of users who just kind of go to YouTube and browse and leave comments noticed is the new comment system. Basically, it's a... They had a good idea. They kind of had the right intention. They basically wanted to keep discussion going. You know, you can reply to messages or comments on here, and the discussion keeps going below that comment. Fine, good idea. But what they did for users is now they have this built-in comment spam detection system. So every time I go to my comments, because I'm one of those guys who I like to read my comments, I like to see what people are saying. And then, you know, now every time I go to each one of my videos, it has this little yellow box up here, which is just the bane of my existence right now. And what happens is, it says some comments are hidden as they are probably spam, and 90% of the time, they're not. So you have to go to review comments, all right? You go there, it shows a comment, which isn't spam, and I guess you can click this box here to say it's not spam and give a check mark, but it doesn't do anything. You just sit there clicking for 35 minutes, punching yourself in the face. So what used to be just a quick glance, now you have to go through a 3-step process of clicking buttons. I'm lost, I'm confused, I'm having an aneurysm just looking at it. I want to go lay down. And then let's go over here, all right? Let's go to my Google+. This is the whole thing. YouTube wants to become a social media outlet. They can't just be YouTube, the #1 video sharing site on the planet. Now they have to compete with Facebook. It's like, just do what you're doing and do it good rather than trying to implement something that you're never going to be, which is Facebook. This is Google+, I guess. I've been here 3 times, and every time I come here, I get scared, I get frightened, and about 30 seconds later, after I'm looking at all this random bullshit happening on my screen with icons and thumbnails and these circles of friends who I don't get what a circle is. I get what a friend is, but do I have to be in a circle? I don't. Alright, so you scroll down. Like, look how this is organized. It's all over the place, it's cluttered. And I've used this term once, I'm going to use it again. This looks like some random website from 1995 when the internet just got popular, and some guy just threw this together in his basement in 30 minutes with some random HTML code, and this is what you got. It's all cluttered, unorganized. So this is something I'll never use, but this is, I guess, what YouTube wants me to go look at every day, and I don't want to look at it. It's kind of like the same thing they did with our new channels. They threw 100 different options in there. They made it 10 times harder to do anything, which used to be, like I said, a 2-step process. Now it's a 4-step process, and that 4th step of the process is hidden somewhere where you never think to look at it. I'm not mad. I'm not like sitting there, I hate, but it does irritate me just a little bit that Google feels this necessary need to keep changing everything that already works, and not even for the better. They're not really doing much more for the creator to make it simplified and make their job easier. They're really just trying to integrate all these different things that they haven't quite figured out yet, and it's like we're beta testing them for them, but they're not ever going to change them back, no matter how terrible they are, no matter how bad they don't quite work. They're just like, yeah, it's okay, let's keep going.
What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I'm going to be talking about some bullshit. I got on YouTube this afternoon and I was greeted with this jolly message. Most comment notifications will now be delivered by Google Plus and not to your inbox. Learn more. I have to say, it's about fucking time. I was always wondering why YouTube comments would show up in my YouTube inbox. It's really counterintuitive. I was really looking for them on my Google Plus account I don't own. Thank heavens they've implemented this feature. Now it's time to be honest. This is fucking preposterous. So what they're trying to do is kickstart Google Plus using YouTube, which is already a successful platform. So they're making you sign into Google Plus to view the comments on YouTube. But not only just to view the comments, you have to sign into Google Plus to make a comment. Look at this. I want to comment on my own video. I have to fucking sign into Google Plus, despite already being signed in on YouTube. I don't have Google Plus. I don't want Google Plus. I don't even want to know Google Plus exists. I don't use Facebook. I don't use any of that shit. Why do I need Google Plus to comment on an entirely different website? Now, I know I don't comment often, really not at all. I'm certainly not about to start, not now. But I know a lot of people do like to comment, and this is just an unnecessary obstacle. Here's a video YouTube put out to justify their new system. YouTube comments just got better. That's a rather subjective claim. Is there supposed to be no audio for this? Start a conversation on YouTube. You couldn't do that before, so I'm glad that's here now. Well, there's still no audio. That's terrific. See comments you care about up top. Well, that's rather hostile. So if you're not up top, you don't even matter. No one cares about your comment. You're just some loser. It's a very nice message to promote YouTube. Join the conversation. The new YouTube comments blow. YouTube, blow us. Let's read the official blog. Let's say you're enjoying Lindsey Sterling or Epic Rap Battle's latest video and want to join the conversation. Would you rather see comments from people you care about, including Lindsey or ERB themselves, or just whoever in the world was last to post? So everyone out there that doesn't have over 1 million subscribers, you can go fuck yourself. No one wants to read your comment. Isn't that what you're trying to say, YouTube? You bastards, that's just downright wrong. We told you recently that better commenting is coming to YouTube. When that will arrive, we'll never know. What else we have here? Remember, you're in control of how you're seen publicly on YouTube, whether that's keeping your current YouTube channel name using your own name or creating a new one. That's something I want to talk about right here. Using your own name. YouTube will not stop asking me and everyone else to use their real name. Every time you say no, they just assume that you were wrong and says, "We'll ask again later." They just think you're going to wake up the next morning miraculously and say, "You know what, I was wrong yesterday. I want to use my real name on YouTube." They think you're losing sleep over saying no. It's fucking stupid. If you say no, they shouldn't keep asking. They're just waiting for you to slip up and say yes by accident. Then your real name's out there, and you're fucked. Now, I've been on YouTube for around 7 years, and it's undergone a lot of changes throughout that time. And people complained about those changes, but they weren't all bad. This one right here is terrible. It is the worst feature YouTube has ever tried to add. And unfortunately, I seriously doubt YouTube will change the commenting system. They'll probably do exactly what they've always done in the past, which is just force people to accept it. And that sucks because the commenting system is just not good right now. Really, YouTube as a whole is hard to navigate. They really, really need to do something about YouTube in general, not just the commenting system. The whole site is really convoluted. It's just a massive clusterfuck right now. They do need to fix YouTube. But I doubt they will. Hopefully they do.
And as a content creator, someone who gets thousands of comments every single month, this system makes it extremely difficult for me to maintain this two-way conversation, and it makes it extremely just unmotivating for me. I look at YouTube now, I'm like, I don't even want to bother. I don't want to go into this site and try to communicate with you because it takes too much effort. And when YouTube has taken the fun out of this, I don't want to do it anymore. And that is a terrible, terrible feeling. But by and large, the benefits here are supremely outweighed by all the negatives. This is a situation where YouTube takes 1 step forward and 5 steps back, and that has been the history of this site for a long time now. It's like, oh, I really like the fact that you did this and this, but you got rid of this, changed this, and this, and I hate it. I really, really hate everything they've done with this newest change. It is awful. I don't think anybody in my position has said positive things about it. I know some casual users are like, oh, it's great, I love the new comment threads. I'm like, yes, but you might like one aspect, but you're ignoring the larger picture, which is the fact that content creators can't find your comments anymore, they can't reply to them properly, the spam filter doesn't really work, and more importantly, how many untold millions of people won't even bother commenting ever again because they're now forced to go through the Google Plus system. I'm guessing many of you watching are like, I would love to comment, John, but fuck it. I'm not going to get another account, risk more of my privacy leaking out into the internet for the NSA or whatever to find and detect. And I totally understand that viewpoint. I don't want to have to sign up for 7 Google Plus accounts, but yesterday, that's what I did all afternoon. And it sucked.